Hey everybody, welcome back. G2 Skier YouTube channel. Did some cool snow wheeling with the old garage queen here. Kind of just looks like mud wheeling at this point, but those were full of snow. Something with the bronze texture on the rims there. They something in there really grabs the snow. That was the snow and mud. Ride home was a little bumpy, but that was a great trip. Might throw in a couple clips of that. Might not. Anyways, say hi to Ella. Say hi to Ella. Hi Ella. We are in the garage, as everybody can see here. And rule number one, grab a drink. Already got one. Rule number two, show you guys what the hell I'm doing. So, in preparation for the new lighting mod that I have coming eventually, hopefully my next video, I have gotten myself one of these fancy little things. And as you can see, I don't have it hooked up all the way yet. Still running the rough country pods, obviously. I'll give you that much. The new lighting that I mentioned will be all new pods. So this is a bunch of that pod wiring harness that I just kind of have jerry rigged together right now to go into this beautiful setup, excuse me, that we got here. This is an 8-gang, it's about aux beam, and each circuit's fused. They got 5 amp all the way, this thing will focus, 5 amp up to 30 amp, 5, 10, 20, 30, pair of each. Just run your wires in there, tighten the screws down, and you're good to go. Got it hooked to the battery there. Again, this is a mess. It will be 100% clean after clean wiring, not clean dirt, after I get my new pods in. But for right now, this is all just the junk excess harness kind of slapped together, so this will work. But I wanted to test it out. So while we're under here, actually, I have a maybe I should put the cover back on. It's gonna fill my washer fluid here. Might not be a bad idea. Set the cover back on. I can't figure out this little piece. Maybe just like that. Something's up in there. Either way. Again, I haven't played with this much. I put it on half lit up in the dark the other night. So there we go. Looks like that's going on just like that. And got the big breaker there that it comes with, 60 amp. Someone else on the forum, I can't remember his name, slap it in one of these clips, on Facebook, mounted it right to the top of the fuse box there. Fits under the hood. It's probably what I'm gonna do, to be honest. Let me get some of this stuff. It's the good Rain-X stuff. Some people say why bother, but you know, we get a lot of snow and bugs and muck up here. Yeah, doing pretty good, not spilling much today. So ooh, big gulp there, spoke too soon. And another lovely flaw, the Colorado, it is dead out of fluid. 100% was dead out of fluid, would not spray anymore. Cannot fit a whole gallon of this shit in there. You saw I spilled some a couple times. That is right to the top, and there is still a bit in there. That's annoying to leave these things laying around. So maybe I won't leave it laying around. Who knows? I'll find a cat. There's some more junk wiring that came out of there. like I said, I know how wiring works. I am by no means a master electrician, but it all works. So I will, for your viewing pleasure, get this thing all lit right up here for you so you can see how it works. I'm gonna try to do this. No promises. I threw that fuse tap on the other night and didn't really work worth a flying you know what, so I'm just gonna try and get some sort of positive on here. I think that'll work. Let's see. Hey, nah, that's definitely not working. That's a little on and off there. Wish I could just get it to lay right down in there. Too good for your home? Just for a demo. I'll cut back to here. In the meantime, I will show you guys what we got going on with the new air compressor that I completely forgot to mention. So let's have a look at that. Kind of doing this one-handed, so I'll drop that first. Lighting's all right back here, I guess. I have the heavy fucking bag here. Excuse my French, but that's all I know. This here is a new Vire. Not that I didn't have a Vire before, but this is a 440p compressor. Let me, man, it is awful dark. Let me see if I can scoot this over. Man, that's not much better. Sorry for my lack of lighting in this specific area. The other side's well lit. So, we have 35-foot Flexzilla hose with quick disconnects. Anodized. We have a, right off the old Amazon, a clip-on inflator. Can also be worked as a slow deflator. Pressure gauge that will read pressure while the compressor is running, which most won't. And then we have this bad mamma jamma in here. I'll let y'all look it up on your own, but basically this thing puts out over 3 CFM, and it will fill 35 from 35 12.5 on a 17. Will fill from 10 psi to 35 psi in 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Versus the old one that took 6 or so minutes to go from 15 to up to that number there. Let's see. I think I'll just set this here. That ain't gonna work, is it? This'll work. Let me put this thing away here. Got the ARB quick deflator down there as always, and then in this pocket we got another 25 feet of coiled hose, and with the adapters that I have with this, I can turn both of those hoses into 60 feet, sorry. Do math for a living. And that should be plenty to do what I'm doing. So, great product from Vire. The only reason I upgraded was I kind of might have fried my last one. They're rated at 30% duty cycle, and that last one saw a bunch of 100% duty cycle at a lot more time than it should have. So back to work here. I'll get this wired up and check back in with you. So, got, not gonna mount that yet, just not 100%. I played with it, but got the fuse in there. Got it siliconed in with a nice fuse tap. Show you guys what I'm using there. We're using all solder fittings here. Work pretty nice. These fuse taps, they're that. Throw them in your fuse. I used front axle actuator, and you throw your stock fuse there and your fuse for this new circuit up top. And I cut that piece of shit crimp fitting off of there. Those are just junk. And like I said, threw one of these shrink wrap and solder ring fittings. I don't know what they call these, solder seal wire connector, whatever. Amazon came with that whole box. That pretty chintzy heat gun, but it's super hot. It seems super sketchy. Probably gonna burn this place down. But works pretty well. Use that instead of this junk. You don't want crimp fittings. It's a bad way to go. So got that on there. I'll get this all sorted out when I get the new lights. Just once the wiring's done, then I'll figure out where to put that. And in here, I threw this just like that. When I'm driving up here, you can't even, light doesn't bother me. And you can reach all the fittings, buttons, whatever, from down there. Works very well. Easily within reach while this is in drive. And I thought about throwing them right here, some Velcro, but that's kind of a bad angle. This overhangs a bit for the wrist. Got pretty long fingers and it just doesn't work well. But down here, definite. And the cool part, it fits snug in here with no mounting at all. No Velcro, no nothing. So I'm pretty happy about that. I'll get this wire down here tied up, and we're gonna be rocking for probably a week or two until we get the new setup figured out. So that's probably gonna be it for tonight. Well, let me check back in when I get this all finalized. All right, ladies and gents, we have my seat way too far back. Besides that, the switch panel mounted there, all 8 switches, on off switch, and that's it. Wires hidden right behind those panels. I had to use one zip tie. Yeah, one zip tie, and it let's get it fired up here. Within beautiful reach right there. Marker lights. Look at that. All off there. What a beautiful thing. We'll see you guys on my next mod excursion. Hopefully those lights ship Friday and they're here next week for y'all and for me. I will do a light comparison. Not that these rough countries are bright, but they are definitely not as dim as Amazon lights. So we will see what we got going on. DJ Skier out.